everybody, welcome back to the avenue. What's up, what's peppy? We're gonna do today's video a little differently today because I'm just not feeling up to the cameras out in my face today. So yes, today we are making the Grinch, okay? In this video you're gonna kind of see the polishes that I use. So I kind of do quick freeze frames of all of the polishes. All of the mini bottles are from Beetles. I like their products. It works great for me. I don't really have an issue with it. I don't worry about chipping and all that stuff. I don't use them on my natural nails, so that may have something to do with it. And then I also use a McCart jelly polish in the very beginning. So we're gonna go step by step into this thing. What did I do? Okay, so what we started with, what I thought in my head, and I've said it in my other videos, so I should have just listened to myself. You should really draw it out first. I tried to go in and paint it first, and that just wasn't the bee's knees. So I wanted to also show you guys like my little palette that I have going here. I used the 338 from the Beetles polish. It's a green. And then I combined different amounts of black, different amounts of white, and different amounts of yellow to make my different versions of green. And then I really liked the way that jelly one looked. Just combining it in with everything really, I feel like, made everything come together. So here, after we've drawn out our outline of the Grinch, just his like outer face, I didn't do the eyes and stuff because it was gonna get painted over, so it was like, what was the point of that? So I'm using a small little detail brush. Here's a quick glimpse of the different types of brushes that I grabbed, thinking that I was going to use all of them. And I did use like 2 or 3 of the brushes. I'm just going back and forth, piling on in between these slides, which, I mean, you can't really tell. But I am going in and nuking them, like curing them for a bit so that layer can dry for like a full 60 seconds because it's a good amount of polish that we are putting on the nail. So you want to make sure that cures fully before you try and put more on top of that. And so that's exactly what we did. You can see it, cute little, look at him coming together. Coming together, child. And so for this particular one on his like collar, he had like a different furrier, darker green kind of shawl thing going on. So we use this brush here, which is supposed to be for blending, but it made perfect little prickly hairs. So I took the dark green, the light green, and the lime green, combining those 3 colors and going back and forth and kind of just going around his face, and eventually I went into his face. You could really get that hairy kind of feel when you look back at it. And then cure in between your colors. So like, let's say you started with the dark green, cure it, then take it back out and go back in with another color so that you can get the dimensions. I noticed when I tried to just do it on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, they just melted into one another. Now we're getting into these face details. I started off with the eyebrows, and they just look wicked, right? So they're kind of like really bent L's. That's how I tried to look at it. And I tried to like swerve my finger or swerve my brush so that it had these like wicked arches. Like, you want to give him wicked brows that like raised above his skin. At least that's what the picture that I was using did. And what I thought I was going to do right there was make his smile. This is not the smile he ends up with, because he looked like Samurai Jack. I don't know what was going on. So what I decided next, I was like, okay, you know what? Let's wait for the smile. Let's just go top to bottom so that I know exactly how much space I'm going to have for his mouth. So I started with his eyes. I used a dotting tool and kind of dotted the yellow dot on there and then spread it out. After that, cured it, put a red dot in the middle, and then outlined them in black. For his nose, as you see, I used a dotting tool, very small, kind of dotted it in the middle and a little smidge to the left, a little smidge to the right. And then here we go with his smile. I was like, you know what, he's just gonna have a little pumpkin smile, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it looked like with the first layer, and then here I am just going over it. I went over it a second time. I'm just going over his little fur chinchilla coat right here. But I think it came together, y'all. I like it. It's cute. I did good. What y'all think? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's like my shortest video too, so y'all better watch the whole thing. I ain't playing. I'm gonna bless y'all with the final picture, and that's that. I'll see y'all in the next video, boo.